Hi, it's Leslie Meredith here in Dubai at Breakbulk Middle East. I'm in Breakbulk Studios and I'm joined by Ziauddin from Azka. Welcome.
Hi, thank you very much, Leslie. Pleasure to meet you once again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to see you. So tell our viewers a little bit about Azka.
Azka is a 30 years old company established in Dubai, where we are headquartered, and we are project logistics specialists operating into Iraq with 3 offices, primarily into Basra, Baghdad, and Erbil.
Okay.
So we manage the south as well as the north, logistics for EPC, IOC, and all oil and gas infrastructural projects in Iraq.
Right. So is that what are you primarily seeing oil and gas work for your company?
We see a lot of development happening. A big amount of projects already started taking off in Iraq. So there's a huge demand for oil and gas logistics in Iraq.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're moving some big stuff.
We do a lot of movements for a couple of projects, both in south as well as in north of Iraq, starting from containers to breakbulk and a heavy lift.
Okay, tell us about some of your heavy lift cargoes that you've moved recently.
Recently we have moved around 20 pieces of vessels measuring between 12.2 to 15 meters in length and 5 meters in width and height. And another 3 pieces of the same volumes are getting shipped, 2 of them from India and 3 of them from UAE to Basra, where we will do the clearance and deliver to the site.
Okay. Do you find that there are any particular challenges moving equipment into Iraq compared to other countries?
Especially the clearance, custom clearance and levy exemption. This is a bit different in Iraq compared to other part of the world. And in Iraq, we are quite specialist in doing the custom clearance. We are quite familiar with the process and having a good connection with the authorities over there, which approve the processes.
So that sounds to me like it's very important to hire someone such as yourself who has the experience and the relationships there.
Quite true. You know, my experience goes back to 12 years down the lane, where I was heading Halliburton for the region, and we started with Iraq as one of the country in 2008, and we moved many of the assets into Iraq. Then I was heading Petrofac for the Iraq and worked for Shell project and Badra for the Gazprom. So successfully I have executed the projects, overcoming all the challenges posed to us by all sort of authorities as well as the local factors.
That's very impressive. So what do you see ahead in the next couple of years?
There's going to be a huge investor projects over there coming through, and a huge investment coming through in terms of infrastructural developments. So there'll be a good amount of cargo coming into Iraq. So we have a fairly good volume to handle.
Right,
in coming
sounds
years.
like your pipeline is full.
Almost.
Almost.
We are tied up with few Chinese as well as Korean companies.
Oh, really?
And they find it quite competitive in dealing with us.
Oh, that is great. So, do you have any advice for building these international relationships and with the big oil companies that you've done so successfully?
Yes, 2 weeks ago we were invited by Indian government, where I had a detailed presentation. I led a delegation of 10 companies from here, and we gave a detailed presentation to the Indian government, meeting the ministers over there, as well as of few bureaucrats, where we have demonstrated our skill sets and open platform for them to use our services and know-how as and when they have the projects going into Iraq.
I'm interested. You said you headed a delegation of 10 companies.
This was through NAFL, which was also having a presentation over here. It was headed by Miss Nadia, the president.
Yes.
Both Nadia and me, we have given a presentation to the Indian delegates.
Oh, fantastic. So would you say that being active in an established association such as NAFL is important to business growth?
It is very important, and we are a member of NAFL and actively promoting Dubai to global worlds.
All right. Well, you've got a lot of good advice for other companies who would like to follow in your footsteps.
Sure. Thank you very much for this.
That's good. Yeah, and tell me about your Breakbulk Middle East experience?
I have been participating for the last 3 years while we were there in Abu Dhabi, and prior to that I've also visited Germany. But this event, while in Dubai the first time, we are very happy to see the response that we get, as a lot of business associates have made it a point to come here and exchange our businesses. So definitely Breakbulk is one of the biggest platform for the project logistics in the region. And we are
Great.
happy to be here.
Well, we're happy you're here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Elizabeth.
much.
It's a pleasure
Good
meeting you once
talking.
again.